Hello, my name's Kathy Bissell. Welcome to the Golf Show 2.0. This week, our guests have some interesting things that you can take to the golf course to tease your friends or to improve your golf game. Gary, why don't you make an introduction?
Well, we've got Blair O'Neal and Peter Johnson of Rad Golf. You thought you'd seen every possible wrinkle in the GPS rangefinder distance measurement area and speakers, but no, we've got one now that includes the heckle angle where you can heckle your playing partners, which immediately I'm already sold. So
I love that one.
That'll do it.
Tell us about how you guys got into this end of the business, because you've got Bushnell, you got Blue Tea, it's pretty hotly contested. Tell us why and how.
We wanted to do something. We've always been disruptors in the industry, and golf's something we've loved. I was a swimmer growing up, but golf was something that our coach allowed us to play because you couldn't get injured easily doing it, not like skiing or riding motorcycles. So, but always loved the game. My brothers grew up playing it, and we wanted to do something wanted to be a disruptor. And nothing in this space, we kind of like to say if Apple were getting in the golf space, that's what we look like. We wanted something to enhance every other product and kind of do something different than everybody had done, but be serious about it, right? So bring technology into the golf space, enhance people's games to where a pro could use it like Blair, or somebody like us could go out and, the weekend warriors that get one time, once a month to go play, and they only have 5 hours to get out. We want to improve our game, but we don't want to be on a device the entire time trying to plug in analytics and seeing what we're going to do. So improve our game, but have fun. And that's ultimately what Rad is about, having fun, give a throwback to the 80s term there. And, but at the same time, create well-made products that are priced affordably and can enhance your game.
I'm really waiting for a PGA Tour player and a caddy to stick a sound bar on their bag and play some tunes like while they're playing golf, like a lot of us amateurs do. I think your product would be the nominee for that. That would be That would be the disruptor. That'd be awesome.
I think Joel and Gina would be all about that, right, Peter?
I don't know if we want to go to that. Yeah. We'll get out there on the tour, and if you see me arrested running down the fairway at the Masters, I think that's our ultimate goal. If we can get out to the Masters and throw a heckle speaker out at the Masters, then we've made it. We've made it. We've officially made it.
Well, no, you can't do that, because then that would drown out the speakers in the trees that are making the bird chirping sound.
Yeah.
Oh, I wasn't supposed to say that.
Blair, what features do you like the best?
Well, obviously the Heckle, sound that's I think the first one that everyone is kind of drawn to because it's so fun. But for me, I think it's cool. Like Peter mentioned, these products are for every age and every level of golfer. So whether you're a beginner or professional, these products are great for you. And it's nice that they're, an ecosystem of products, and you can use the app and you can track all your analytics, and you can, be able to, if you want to, go back and look at your stats and the analytics that you've recorded. You can do that. And if you don't want to, you don't have to either. You can have the immediate gratification with getting your yardages and, or playing music or seeing a layout of a course or a hole. I think how many courses are in the database? And I've got courses all over, so you can really use it anywhere.
Yeah, we have close to 40,000 now in the
That's
database.
What I remember. Yeah.
Well, we should probably describe the products, because you have a lineup. You've got the Sound Plus, which is really everything, plus the music speakers, the LED system, and the Heckle option. You've got the handheld, the Rad Hand, the handheld device, and you got the GPS watch. So why don't you give us, Peter, a quick run through of that product array?
So when we created the products, we have watches, handheld speakers, rangefinders. We have another product coming out later this year, which you can't allude to yet, but we have a baseline.
Tell us more.
Yeah, I know. No, that's the teaser. That's the teaser.
That's what I'm excited about.
We have the base, the plus, and the pro. So each category has three. So we have the speakers, we have the Sound Plus. The Sound is our small circular speaker. Got it right here behind me.
The speaker, have you guys heard the speakers? Sounds so good.
Yeah, and I think to Blair's point, one thing we did with this company is that, like, speakers, it's a speaker first. It's golf secondary. If it doesn't sound great, then you're not going to want to play with it. And so we have a lot of people just taking it. They use it because of the magnet. We have guys slapping these on their barbecue grills at the pool. It's IPX waterproof. So they really enjoy it. And you can pair two of them together. And I think that's one of the biggest features outside the Heckle. Wow. Blair's seen it. You can get dual cart sound, so no more competing. Some guys playing Metallica and some guys jamming Jimmy Buffett, and you're rolling up to the green and you're competing. Now they're all synced.
So you can have stereo insoles?
Absolutely. Okay. And it's easy to do. So the Heckle Sound, now, we have the Tesla fart noise. We've got, you can type anything in that you want to play. I think that's Blair's favorite. But I
like taking two of the speakers and putting one on each side of your golf cart, and it just creates the instant, surround sound. But the speakers just sound so good. Like when you guys get your hand on the product, like there's no speaker as good. It's just amazing. Like traveling with it, I always make sure I have it in my bag, because in the hotel, you want to have some music while you're getting ready, or whatever it may be, you're on vacation, you want to take it to the beach, or by the pool, play music. Like the product is just sounds so good, which is really cool.
So the Heckle option, can you record your own message on the Heckle, or do you have an assortment of pre-recorded items to choose from?
So you can type anything in that you want to say, okay, and it'll say it. We stay out. Yeah, we stay out of that one, but you can type anything in you want it to say, and it'll read it out. But it is pretty fun when you see that. We wanted things to be easy to use from the app side of things, easy user interface, and again, make it fun, make it enjoyable, but then also take it from the cart to the home. So from the speaker standpoint, that's, one thing that we really focused on is it should be a great quality speaker and not just be able to be used on the golf course, but take it to your home, take it on travel. Like Blair just said, take it to the beach, the pool. It's kind of your one-stop solution there.
I think you just said I can use the speaker at home to heckle everyone else in my family. That's what I heard. I hate to admit, I'm the guy who, when your phone is paired in with their car, the computer on the car voice, if incoming text, it will read the message. And of course, I delighted in making it say the most, a variety of words that made me laugh. So I can see where this Heckle option could really be useful anywhere on the golf course, at home, or at the office.
You'll take family gatherings to a whole new level.
I think you need to lead with the Heckle option. I think that's the lead of this whole lineup of products. That's awesome.
Remember Heckle and Jekyll cartoons? Weren't they crows?
No, they're not quite as old as you, Kathy.
They're not as old enough to know that, but there were these cartoon crows that were nasty and.
Blair's not even old enough for Beavis and Butthead, so she's young.
Well, it's a multi-generational product, right?
Yeah.
We do. It is.
I wanted to ask about the shot tracer feature.
Mm-hmm.
Is that while you're playing your round, or is that afterwards?
So one of the things we were doing that with the rangefinder that's coming out here next month is we wanted to make it easy to track your shots. We've all known that if you have to train somebody on how to do something, 95% of people aren't going to know how to do it. They're not going to utilize it. And I think that's a lot of golf products. They claim to have features and they do it, but then it's a lot of input and things that disrupt your round. Blair's seen a lot of these products out, and I think that was, again, one thing we wanted to eliminate is just make it easy. And that's what we've done with the rangefinder. So the Laser Plus and Laser Pro that come out, they give you a front back distances, but every time you range the flag, which is already a trained habit. We record your shot location, and because we have those courses all mapped, we know every data point on those courses. So we know if you hit the fairway, you missed the fairway left or missed it right. We give you those simple analytics. And after the round, you don't have to think about going into your phone to do anything. It just stores that and sends it up to your player profile if you have the cellular version, or you sync it via Bluetooth with your phone, and you get that round history with all the shot locations, what you were doing. And then from there, for most golfers, they just need to know, hey, I missed 7 fairways to the left. So what am I doing with my driver or my 3-wood? What am I doing with my clubs? And make simple changes that can drop strokes, versus a lot of the things you have to tell it that you missed the fairway left, and people forget that, right? They're busy. Most of our golfers, they're busy hitting the cart. They're hitting the getting the drinks at the cart and lighting stogies with the boys and things, and they're busy doing that, so they miss that opportunity. And then they go after the round, they're like, oh wow, I played an amazing round, but they have no analytics to really help them understand what they did.
Byron Nelson used to do that the year before he won his 18 tournaments and 11 in a row. He would write down in his little notebook every shot that he hit and where they landed and what club it was. And so he analyzed his round before your feature. Of course, that was a gazillion years ago, but that's the same idea.
Yeah, and that's actually exactly what I would do. I played college golf at Arizona State, and that's what our coaches would have us do. Like I was telling Peter, I was like, this is so cool because we would track every single shot. Where was your miss? Were you short, left, right, long? What did you hit? What was the yardage? We would track everything, but you're writing everything out on the scorecard, and we had a system to do that. But to be able to have this technology where it's recording it for you, and if you want, you can go back in and look at that data, is pretty cool to have that at your fingertips, especially if you're a junior golfer, college player, or if you're a professional, it's mapping out a new course that maybe you haven't played and you want to go back and look and see, how, what was the distance between this sand trap to the green or to the front edge of the water or whatever it may be. So it's cool to be able to have that.
Is that something you would have used in a practice round, Blair,
Absolutely. Absolutely. I said, I wish I would have had that back in college.
Well,
that's a game changer right there. That's just, to have that technology to do that is really cool.
That's ingenious to use the rangefinder button as the alert or whatever you call it. You go back to the early days of when we tracked shots. You had a thing on the side of your belt, and you had to tap the club, which had the sensor in the grip.
Oh yeah.
And if you forgot to do it, then it was all met. Using the rangefinder, that's a very clever way to. It's not an extra step. It's already included. That's genius.
Yeah, you're already doing it.
No, that's what we wanted to do, and we brought the other products in. We have the tap to track, like on the watches and the handhelds. On the speaker, you can record your score with your voice. Some fun things like that. But again, at the end of the day, I think the rangefinder is really that kind of first of its kind, where we just eliminate. You're already doing that, and then we process on the back end and give you those analytics. So like Blair's, back in college, if she would have had that at ASU, her coach, she's spending more time on her game rather than sitting there and manually recording shot locations and all this kind of stuff. And then her coach has better ability to analyze, what she was doing and provide help and
well, if you missed a bunch of things left, why did you miss them left, and how can you fix that? Correct?
Yeah, you want to know where your misses are. You want to know where your big miss is.
Right.
If I manually record a score with my voice, will it understand it if I say loudly, "It was a goddamn 9"? Will that register or not?
We only listened for the number because we knew that people were going to say a lot of other things prior to the score. So we listened for the number only. Yeah. So
Blair, when you play, do you typically use the watch, the handheld, a rangefinder, or a combination, or?
The handheld and the rangefinder, I think, is what I prefer. Yeah. I like to be able to, I haven't really worn a watch a ton. I've used the product and I've, played with the product, But I like having the handheld. You know, the products are smooth, or it can fit into your pocket easily, so that's nice. They're not big and bulky. You know, they're made to where they're, you know, it has the magnet on it. You hook it up to the golf cart. You're not going to lose it. If you put the handheld in your pocket, you're not going to lose it. It's, you know, they're good size and they feel good in your hands. So I like being able to hold the product. Yeah.
Well, I like having a GPS backup because for the 1 out of 250 times where you missed the pin with the laser and you hit a tree behind the green, but you didn't. So your yardage is wrong and you didn't really notice it. And when you got a GPS, you go, wait a minute, I just shot 175. This says it's 150 to the front. What the heck?
Yeah.
So it's nice having a backup. So you got that option covered.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and Gary, one thing that you brought up, Gary, real quick, I was going to say with missing the pin, that's something we did with the rangefinders because they are embedded GPS. We know where the back of the green is. And we have advanced pin lock on these rangefinders, so you're not going to hit a tree and get a misreading, which is really cool feature because we've known a lot of people that do that. They hit a tree and they miss hit their shot, but this won't give you a pin rating, so we call it advanced pin lock, and that's on the pro version. So
that's cool.
Another great idea.
Yeah.
What do we do about the people who use the rangefinder for their putts? Can we get rid of them?
Yes.
We can't solve everything. We can't solve everything. But, yeah.
Drop them into the deep.
Can't do it all, you know.
Yeah.
We were talking before we started recording. We were talking. Gary had a question about the car that Blair arrives in the promotional video for Rad Golf.
At radgolf.com.
Yeah.
It's a big black vehicle, and at first I thought it had to have been a Bentley or a Rolls or one of those exotic $500,000 cars, but no.
That was fun. That was a 62 Lincoln, and it kind of came together 2 days before. A buddy of mine had played football at U of A. He had this thing redone, and he just asked him. He said, "Hey, do you want to borrow the car?" And so I called. We were looking for something kind of unique to do with Blair and make it fun and make it rad, right? Everybody does photo shoots on the golf course, but we wanted something that was going to make a statement piece of her entering, as a partner with Rad. And he said, "Yeah, do you want to borrow it?" I said, "Yeah, that'd be great." He said, "Here, come pick it up and drive it." I said, "No, I don't want to drive it." I said, I don't want to be responsible for that thing. Yeah. So, so he had his dad. It all worked out. He's got a great dad, and he dropped the car off, sat there with us during the shoot, and it was a really cool opportunity. Blair did great. The family got involved, and it was just really cool. I think it just made that statement that we wanted, and so I know that was a lot of fun.
Blair, were you nervous driving that car, especially when you passed the grassy knoll? Yeah,
the first take I was a little nervous because I wasn't sure what to expect, but it was it was very fun to drive. A beautiful car, obviously. So, added, a different element to the shoot and just made it pretty exciting. So it was
Peter, how did Rad Golf find Blair? How did you guys become business partners or whatever the phrase is?
So Blair, we've known each other, and my other partner, Drew, we've had a relationship for a long time, and Blair from my previous company, we had known each other, and it was kind of a natural fit coming into this. We wanted somebody that was, same kind of core belief system as us, and with Rad Golf, we wanted to be taken seriously. Blair's obviously got, her show on the Golf Channel, and very well respected, and that's what we wanted with Rad. We wanted somebody that, we trusted, and Blair has our trust, and I think she trusts us, and, same thing. So it was just kind of a natural fit. She's local. And, we've got, just like Joel and Gene, Joel's local as well, but we wanted somebody that could kind of help elevate the Rad Golf brand. Again, we're all about seriousness, but fun. And Blair encompasses all of that stuff for us, and that was really important for us. And so we're glad that it came together. And I think that the shoot that we did encompasses a lot of what Blair is, and we had a lot of fun. And there will be more stuff coming out.
Yeah.
That was kind of the teaser. So there will be a lot of other things coming out with from that shoot, and we're excited to have her on board with our products and us. We consider it family, and that's kind of what Rad is, just family of products and an ecosystem, and Blair's part of that.
Yeah, Blair, how do you have time for all this? You've got a 4-year-old and a 17-month-old. You're on the Golf Channel. I mean, do you even get to play golf ever?
I just make it work. I play in a handful of celebrity tournaments throughout the year, which I absolutely love. It's a good balance between my filming, and pretty much everything I do is travel, and then I have the 2 boys at home too. So we just make it work within the schedule and try to do my best and juggle it all and try to stay at the top of my game with everything I do. I love working, and I love doing what I do, and I absolutely love being a mom. So just trying to manage it all. Some days are easier than others, but it's a lot of fun. And like Peter said, like working with Rad was just such a natural fit with us. Both being in Arizona, and we've known each other for such a long time, and they're well respected in the golf industry and very forward thinking. And I know their products, they think outside of the box. So for me, like that was a great fit because I like where their head's at with their business style and what they're trying to do, and innovate in the golf world. So it's fun to come together and create something really cool.
Who had the expertise in electronics, the speakers and the Bluetooth and all that kind of thing? Peter, was that you, or you have a partner who does that, or where does that come from?
Yeah, there's another partner of mine that does more of the on that side of things. I had a scooter company previously, so I've been used to engineering stuff and building brands. But this was a new thing for me on learning the app side of things. But we have a good team behind us on the other side. My majority partner does a lot of things in the golf space and the mapping, and so that was one of the reasons I decided to kind of partner with him and do that because he brought that expertise and knowledge to that side of things. So that's been a great thing. And again, I think it's a testament to the products and where they are, the quality of the speakers, focusing on that stuff. And, it's a big undertaking, launching 7 products out in this space, but we did it for a reason because, Blair, like not everybody's a watch person, right? So then we have the handhelds. Not everybody is a handheld person. So we have the watches, speakers, but then they all kind of enhance each other to do something. And then with the rangefinder, now you get cool things that come through with shot tracking and, enhance your game. So
I thought one thing about the handheld and the other things is the numbers were big. And I don't care what they say about different studies of who's playing golf. The people who play golf are still probably over the age of 40, and a lot of them over the age of 50. And you can't see the little type on, if you have an iPhone or something and you have it out on the golf course and you're trying to squint to see what the letters are, or somebody sends you a text, you can't read it unless you can find your glasses. I mean, so just have some numbers that were readable.
I don't know any people like that at all.
Oh, sure you do. One of them might be Gary Van Sickle.
Very user-friendly. Even Gary can use it.
That's right. I'm so fussy. I have 2 sets of contacts made. One is for distance, specifically so I can see the golf ball come down. Oh. And another is for like sitting at a laptop. But the eye doctor just doesn't want to push it on the distance one. They never, I want binoculars in a contact lens. That's absolutely what I want. My son hits it too far. I can't caddy for him really anymore. I can't see it. I can't help him. Blair, I've got a question to put you on the spot a little bit, but it's a fun one. Tell me the single most memorable golf shot of your career. It could be memorable for any reason. Okay. But give me the one shot.
I mean, the one that comes to mind is the last approach shot that I hit on Big Break. I won Big Break Dominican Republic, and I had a 9-iron into the green. It was me and another guy, and we were battling it out, to win the show. It was the last hole, and it was really windy in the Dominican that day, and I had to kind of punch a bit of a 9-iron and take some distance off of it. And I hit it beautifully, and then after that, I made a 6-7 foot putt downhill breaker, and but that 9-9, I just really remember like that was like the turning point where I was like, okay, I can do this, because my competitor had just stuck his shot as well, and then I stuck mine right inside of his, so the pressure was on, and it was tough conditions, and it was super intense and a long battle, but hitting that approach shot into that green was very memorable. So when anyone asks, I always go to that shot.
So that's it. It's everybody has, that feeling is different for any reason. Peter, same question. What's the most memorable golf shot you've ever hit?
So I've never had a hole-in-one. Still chasing that, but I can take it back. This is probably 15 years ago. I was playing with some buddies, and we were on a par 4, and I had an eagle from 167 out, and so for me, that was, I still remember it to this day. And, I jumped on the back of the car. Everybody was tackling me, and it went in. So, for me, that's probably one of my most memorable. But it's always that, I like to say, it's that you could be on hole 18, play a crappy round, and you have one shot, and it just totally redeems. You're like, yep, I'm coming back. I'm playing again.
Well, and that can happen on every hole.
Yeah.
One good shot saves you on any hole. You can hit 3 bad shots and hit one good shot and pull your butt out of the fire. That's what one of the appeals of golf, which is otherwise maddening and frustrating.
Absolutely.
And it's maddening and frustrating, and for that reason also kind of addicting.
Well, that's why there's a school of golf, right? That's why.
Absolutely. That's why you got to tune in a school of golf and get some tips going.
That's right.
Peter, where can everybody find your products? Obviously at radgolf.com. Are they available in some retail locations?
They are. We just launched at the Shields stores in store. They can go to bestbuy.com. Costco.com has a really cool bundle pack. They're going to be doing a Father's Day special on that. It's the sound of the watch. But yeah, you can go to bestbuy.com and get the speakers. You can go to our website. We have cool laser engraving options and customization that can be done. We have Rad Day coming up on May 21st, which will be some really cool opportunities that we do there. But Shields in store, we're at 7 of the locations across the country. And
what's going to happen on Rad Day?
So we thought May 21st is Rad's birthday. This will be our 3rd birthday. We're going to do some package giveaways, some collaborations with a lot of really cool brands. And we'll be doing 6 pretty big giveaways in Rad Day on May 21st. There will be some discounts offered and amongst us and the other partners, and then a pretty big package giveaway. So
super.
You should probably email secret heckling messages that automatically go into everybody's Sound Plus.
It's Rad Day.
Yeah.
I don't see how anybody when you're gonna buy one of these, you can't just get one. You've got to get one of the speakers, and probably you got to get the Heckle option and one of the speakers, in addition to the GPS function on either the watch or the Sound Plus. You might as well just get a bundle. I mean, if you don't get the Heckle version, something that you can use for the heckling thing,
what are you doing?
You're doing it wrong.
Yeah.
And you can take that. Right. It doesn't have to be just at the golf course. You can take that any place.
Yeah, and you don't have to heckle. You could say, "Have a nice day," maybe in a sarcastic tone. I don't know.
I know. Well, we have Mother's Day coming up, so it's a great Mother's Day.
It's an election year. There's a lot of uses for this.
Yeah, I know.
You can send nice, loving Mother's Day messages as well.
Absolutely.
It's
a really fun product. You got a great spokesperson here in Blair. Peter, thanks for being on and spreading the word on Rad. Again, check it out at Rad Golf. One of the most fun products in golf in quite a while, I think. But what do I know? I'm just a mere sports writer.